I welcome all to the event of Alumni Talk. I feel pleasure to welcome the speaker of the today's event, Mr. Mayank Kumar Nagda. He's our alumni. He belongs to the batch 2015 to 19 and currently is pursuing his Master of Science at TU Kaiserslautern, Germany. When he was in SRM, he is being the founder and chairman, Center for Data-Driven Automation Technologies and Systems, CDATS. Along with this, he has so many publications published in reputed journals. Also, he has patent published in Indian patent, namely a multivariable object code system. Also, he has awarded with IET Trendsetter of the year 2018. He holds rank 1 in the professional skill training by SRM Center for Applied Research in Education. Also, he received honor code certificate with IIT Bombay. I am happy to welcome Mr. Mayank Kumar Nagda for this wonderful event. Now I hand over the session to Mayank Nagda. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I hope everything is going fine and my voice is clearly audible. So I welcome all the students of SRM, teachers, and others, whoever is listening. It's my great pleasure to deliver this talk to the students of SRM and to the teachers. So my topic for the so I'll start with my presentation now. Yeah, I hope my presentation is visible. So for today's my topic is expand your horizons towards future engineering amidst all the chaos. So basically, I won't be delivering a talk on some particular computer science topic like machine learning, artificial intelligence, natural language processing. I believe that is something every student can do on his own uh, if he gets or she gets the right direction to how to pursue something. That is something which you can easily found, and I don't claim to be an expert in those fields as well. There are multiple online resources which are very good and which teach you those things like really well. But what I can do as a past SRM student is to tell you what you can actually achieve in the college you are currently studying right now. What are the important things which you should keep in mind while studying in SRM? What are the opportunities you can get? And what you can do after your degree? So basically, once you finish your degree, there are certain things which you can do. And what are those things? How can you particularly pursue a particular thing in it? So we'll basically talk about all that things. And so to start with it, I'll go there. So what do you expect from this talk? I was a student at SRM from 2015 to 2019. I'm a very recent graduate, and after that, I came to Germany for pursuing my master's in TU. I'm right now pursuing my master's in intelligence systems, which focuses on artificial intelligence and machine learning. I'm going to tell you some professional learnings and personal learnings which I received explicitly from our SRM college. So let's start with it. Yeah, so I made this particular tree and to suggest you what you can actually do. So once you finish your bachelor's degree, this is basically just on the academia level, and yeah, this is something which I was also facing. These things also came to my mind, and how to focus on where and which part I'll particularly explain topic wise. But this is basically something what you can do while pursuing after you pursue your bachelor's degree. So in general, on the top level, there are three particular things you can do. One is go for jobs. Second is go for masters, higher education, because right now you're must be pursuing an undergraduate degree. So you can move ahead and pursue your graduate degree. Then the third thing is go into public services domain, UPSC, banks, railways, and etc. other things. So in jobs again, we get two type of things. This is basically for computer science, since yeah, it's a computer science channel. So for jobs, so you can get service based jobs, product based jobs. And for masters, basically there are two things which we are allowed to do. One is management, and other is pursue your masters in the same branch, which is computer science. And for both, you can go ahead and pursue in India, you can pursue in abroad, and there are many factors which lies basically in India. For both management and as well as computer science masters, you have to clear some exam. That is the mandatory requirement, and that is how you enter it. One is gate, and for the computer science masters, and another is cat for management in India. And for abroad, you have to again go ahead and write some exams, but other than that also you need to do many other things. And for masters, we can say it's write GRE, TOEFL, IELTS, letter of motivation, statement of purpose, your curriculum vitae, and letter of recommendations. And for management abroad, you need to write GMAT, letter of motivation, and letter of recommendation. So I'll come to what I have personally done in this particular chart, so that I'll be able to like give my experience on this particular things. So for me, I hope my cursor is visible. So I have tried the job sector. I have like actually not done the job, but I have fairly
Mayank,
prepared
sorry
for
to
them.
disturb you.
Okay,
Mayank,
ma'am.
put
Yeah.
slideshow. Put slideshow.
Oh, okay, okay, sure. It's fine, ma'am. Yeah, okay. So basically, yeah, I was saying that yeah, I have prepared for the jobs part, which there are two things: service based and product based. And I have prepared for the masters part in masters in computer science, and for that I have prepared for both India as well as abroad. And you should really keep multiple options in your hand, even though you are interested in just one. Maybe you just want to do masters, and that too in IITs, but just keeping gate as the option, I would not suggest. Is the like you should have multiple options in your hand. There are very many uncertainties which goes with many other things, so you should keep all your options, and but always keep your interest up top. Whatever you're interested in, keep it at the top, keep other interests as well, and then proceed as you get results for things. So in this chart, basically what I have mentioned, and now you might the juniors, basically the first year, second years who are confused, right? Like what to do after the degree. So how to proceed? That there are many things. So which one to do? So for that, you should know what do you want to do. So what I have came through while studying in SRM is many people don't like it in first or second year. Basically, don't like what they are right now doing, which is mostly I'm talking to bachelors in computer science. So they feel like okay, what's the use? And there are many things which come to students, and but you have to face the reality that right now you are in your degree and you need to start professionally focus on it. You can't go ahead and say that okay, no, 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 I won't focus on this, I'll do something else. If you want to pursue something academically, this is a degree you have already taken, you should give it 100% shot in this particular degree. You don't need to if you want to stay on the academic track only, uh, there is no need to have multiple thoughts, some other things that this is not important, that is important. If you have taken something academically, if you are pursuing it, you should give your 100% to it. At least that should be the start of it, and that comes in the very first year, second year. I believe those first second year of your undergraduate degree are the very building block of what you're going to do in your third and fourth year. The third year and fourth year is very important, but in first and second year you start learning things, and you learn you what is your interest and where you are interested in. And for that, it's very essential to focus on important things in your starting years of your undergraduate degree. So basically you have to see what interests you in computer science. As we can see, there are many things, and you might come across many things in while listening to some talks, while going to some hackathons, some seminar, some paper presentation seminars, or something and something, and you you'll see like many names like machine learning, artificial intelligence, data science, IoT, cryptography. Them like the abundance of topics in our particular computer science field. And what does interest you? It's very important because it's engineering. I believe is a very dynamic thing. In any particular topic you can go ahead with management as well, and you can go very technical as well. So you should really need to find out what interests you, and because there is something in store for everyone. If you have find out that okay, this is a particular thing which interests me. Basically, if you say, let's say, if you say that okay, machine learning is something which interests me, now you should ask yourself, why does it interest you? Saying something that this interests me in your first and second year, you should have a very good backing in your mind that why this particular topic is of your interest, or what you're going to pursue, why is it of your interest, why are you interested in it, is there some motivation behind it, or are you looking for some rewards which are particularly given in this topic. So if you're looking to be a machine learning engineer, so that then you should be interested in the machine learning. So you should be clear about what is your motivation for the interest you are pursuing. Next, we'll go, where do you currently stand? And this is the reality which you should know in your head, that whatever topic which you were interested in, let's say for job or for masters or anything, where do you currently stand in it? This is a very important self process you should have with yourself, that whatever topic I have chosen, where do I currently stand in it? What to do to improve from here? What to do to start? Like you can have interest in the first side with some topics, so you need to start as well to pursue it much more, to find out that okay, this is something I want to pursue. So you should know of the structure of that particular topic, particular profile, but if it is a job, particular job, that where do you currently stand, what is the structure, what's the highs, what's the lows, and everything. And one more thing you should know, that are you good at something else, but that particular thing might not come to you as an interest right now. Let's just say you are really good with web development, but you suddenly found out that okay, machine learning is a very cool buzzword and I'm interested in it right now. You have not learned it because you just found out about the buzzword. You have seen some topics, you have seen people talking, but you were really good with web development because you did some web development in 12th, maybe in first year, second year. So you are very good with web development, or at least you have you stand in between, you stand or above average, or somewhere like that. And you recently found out that okay, there exists some this particular topic, and what to do about it, how to pursue about it. In this particular scenario, you should really go ahead and see your interest, but it's very important that what you know, what skills you already possess, don't lose them. Keep working on your skills which you already know. If for example, let's say you know somewhat web development, and you suddenly got interested in something else, don't lose the interest in don't lose your skills which you have gained in web development. Keep pursuing them, make some cool minor projects from yourself on your own. Keep on refreshing it again and again and again, because it's really good to have multiple skills with one person. And that is what something corporates, or as well as the other academia, university academia, and everyone is looking for, a person with multiple set of skills. Because what happens is, if you are expert in multiple experts, if you're expert in multiple topics or multiple skills, you basically stand a chance to be a bridge between two different particular fields. So that is something really important. You should not lose what you've already gained in any way. So we'll come to the jobs part. So this is, I believe, maximum people after uh, bachelor's pursue is they go for jobs. Maybe after 1 2 years they go for masters in management or masters in computer science. But this is something where people start. Let's say maximum people start, not all of them, but maximum. If we have a batch of, let's just say, 900, maybe around 500 600 will go for jobs, and the rest will kind of go for masters. So what is the motivation? Even if you want to just go for the jobs, you should know that why do you want to pursue a particular job, a particular profile, a particular let's just say there are many positions which you are offered while getting the jobs. You should think about it, that why am I going to pursue this particular profile? Why am I going for this particular thing in the company? Does it interest me? Does it pay me a lot? Okay, that is also one factor, and there are many other factors. So you should go ahead and analyze that, which one will uh, make you go through a long ride. That you should analyze yourself in your mind, or in which field you want to work as well. That is also important. Sometimes what happens is, you sit in the placement and you get a particular job offer, and you're like, you get this and you're very happy because that is your first job. But you should also know that which field you are going to work in it, and what is going to be your work. Does it interest you? If it does not, does your company offer choices? That means after you work, let's say 6 months, 1 year, can you go in your interest? Does your company has that, but those your interests in to offer for themselves? So let's say you want to do jobs, and or you want to be skillful to get some jobs. What are the different things which comes in mind? These are the particular things I have mentioned, which comes in mind of any fresher. And that is basically, how do I make myself applicable for jobs, or how do I make myself good for the jobs which are going to the campus, off campus, or anywhere. So there are multiple things which one can do, or there are multiple topics to talk about in this particular thing, and which namely are competitive programming. Is CGPA important to you or not? This is a like very, I believe, is a question which everyone had in their first semester, first year, or let's just say people with low CGPA had that. Okay, is it important? And many people are like, it's not important anymore, and let's just, no one will take this into account, and let's just go whatever with whatever is going on. Third things are projects, internships. Fourth thing is hackathons. Fifth thing is connections, self-made connections via hackathons, via internships, and etc. And next thing is having specific development skills. And the last thing is soft skills. We'll talk about each every particular topic one by one. Let's go with competitive programming. So, what is a competitive programming? Competitive programming is basically, as you've seen people doing in CodeChef, HackerRank, HackerEarth, and many other platforms. You go and solve a particular problem set, and that problem set is mainly somewhat mathematical, or let's say puzzle based, somewhere something like that, and you have to solve it. What it does, it gives, it shows your command on a particular language, it shows your mathematical abilities, it shows your puzzle solving skills, and basically it makes you, it's, I would say, for any company who is um, going to hire an undergraduate person, this is something everyone kind of looks into it. If they are not coming for a particular job set, let's just, if they are coming for, let's just say, web development, they might or might not go into competitive programming. But for software development, this is a bar which everyone tries to filter students on. There are many levels like group discussions, interviews, in which one important level is competitive programming, and it really sets you apart. If you are really good at it, your way or your path will be somewhat easier. So, how to proceed with the competitive programming? Maybe students in third year, second year, fourth year are really good at it. They have done it because there are multiple courses which we already do in our second year, data structures, algorithms, and everything. So, but I'll talk to the initial starters. How are you going to proceed with competitive programming? Because maybe you might not have done it in your 12th or something, and you are just starting it out. And I believe this is a very good practice everyone should have. Everyone from who is going to pass out from computer science should possess this particular problem solving skills, because it's something which is important. So how to proceed? Pick up a programming language. I believe start with C or C++ because it's basic building block, and it teaches. Okay, Python is very easy. You will understand it fast and everything. But if you start with C, C++, you'll get feeling of pointers, very basic things, and you'll have to do a lot by yourself and not let the programming language do some things from its side. And that is something which teaches you many things. So start from C++. Maybe you're really good at some C++, you can shift to Python and everything. That is possible. And if you want to focus towards object oriented programming, C++ and Java are the options. So yes, start with C++. That's the preferred choice. Then move ahead, because only one language, knowing only one language is okay. It's fine, it works out for some days or for some people, but if you know multiple, it's really good for you. Learn basic building blocks of a program and a language. So let's say you're starting with C++. You need to understand the basic building block of a program which is written in C++, or basic building block of C++ language. Building blocks, from building blocks, I mean uh, things like how to print the output, how to take the input from person, what are the loops which we can use, or basically these are the blocks, are something which you would need as a tool while solving a particular problem. And that you should by heart that okay, whenever this particular problem comes in, I'll use this particular tool in it. Tool as in like this particular loop, for loop, while loop, do while. I'll use statements, cases, something like that. And to know all of that, you should particularly execute all the blocks, building blocks, one by one from your side. We see many times in our lab sessions that we are just having a normal, let's say in C++, you had just had in classroom a session on how to print statements, and you are going and just printing out statements or making a, let's say, simple calculator. You would think that okay, this is not something which is going to help you in the industry. Okay, that is true, but what it is doing that, and subconsciously you are not able to understand it, is that it is teaching you the basic building block, and it is making you familiar with it. And to build on that particular thing is your option now, and that is your work which you have to do on yourself. So all the building blocks you will get to understand from the classes. You can go ahead and revise yourself, you can do from your own side, but start building on it. Don't leave it just there. If you leave it just there, it's not going to help you. It's just going to stay in your transcripts, and that's not something which you would want, or because practical knowledge is something which is very important if you are going for the jobs. So start building from the basic building blocks, build on it, keep building on it, make programs, check programs on different websites, keep building it, make it more complex, solve many problems, as much problems as you can through programming, and it would be fun after a point. Third point is work on data structures and their implementation in language of your choice. This is also important, and I would say data structure is kind of in building blocks as well, because data structure is something which you would need, or you would need while solving a particular problem. For particular algorithms, you would want to insert things into arrays, structures, and everything. So you should be really familiar with the data structures. And to learn data structure, again the same procedure. Pick up a data structure, queues, lists, trees, and start from the building blocks. Just make a simple binary tree once. Okay, it's not much, but start from there. Make a simple binary tree, keep building on it, make hashes some days, keep building on it, keep on building on it, and after a point you would really get a hold of data structures, or let's just say you will really get hold of the basic building blocks of a programming or programming language. And after that you can continue building on it and make programs on yourself, solve problems, and that would be really great for you. Next thing is, if finding things difficult initially, start solving by hand on paper and then program them. This is something which can work for people who, once they see a particular question of a competitive program, or let's say a problem, a puzzle or something, and they are like, okay, how to solve it, and they just start with the keyboard screen and they just start typing on it, just start solving on it. Okay, you can approach like that, but if you're finding it difficult and if you're thinking it's very complex, what you can do is take up a paper, write your problem on it. Every problem will have some mathematical or some basically a complex solution which you can write on your own. Write the solution first, write in your language. like basically in English even you can write, I'll do this and this, I'll shift pointer to this and this. Just write that I want to do this, and then for every English statement which you have written, basically for a solution you have written, let's say 5 statements. For all the 5 statements, think about how would you do it in coding particularly. So let's just say if you have written that I'll assign this particular thing a value. Let's just say you want to assign a value. So then you think that how can you assign the value? There are many things by assignment operator. You can use pointers and everything. So first write it on the paper, your own solution. If you're finding it difficult directly implementing, if you are very comfortable directly implementing, go ahead and do it. But if you're finding it difficult initially, don't lose hope. Just take a paper, write your solutions in your language, then slowly look at it and do it in computer or with programming. Start like that. It's gonna be slow in the start this way, but what this will do is this will keep you on track, and you would not feel like okay, this is something which I can't do. I believe this is something which everyone who is coming to study computer science can do, because everyone is a student of mathematics, and that's why they are able to take admission in computer sciences. And if you have that particular background, this is something which one can do. It's basically puzzle solving, making programs and everything. So I think you should try by take a paper, write the solution, go ahead and program it. It's gonna be fun. And and the next thing is practice as much as possible. Things will start getting fun. And this is also important because what's the use if it's just being dry for you? Practice it. Once you become good at something, it will be fun. For me as well, it was a struggle to do competitive programming in initial years, and I used to find it hectic. It was not so much fun because I didn't had computer science in my 12th, and many might not be having, and it's fine. You can learn in your first years, and slowly you can learn. You can go enroll in online courses, start with it, and it's gonna be fun. Start practicing it as much as possible. Take part in competitions. So the next point is competitive program is competitive, but compete with yourself and improve slowly. This is also important if because the thing is what happens is you go to HackerRank, you go to Courtship, or you let's just say you go to a particular programming competition. There you'll find people with many different backgrounds. If you are in starting initially, you'll find people who are doing it from 2 3 years. You'll find people who are doing it from long and who have practiced it a lot. And you'll look at them and they'll be just solving programs just like that, and you'll find it difficult that okay, this is something he is able to solve very easily. I am not good as him. So what to do now? You are not good as much as him right now because he has done it. He is doing it from 2 3 years. You are just starting it out. Don't lose hope just like that. It's a competitive thing, but you compete with yourself. You check that okay, am I a better at it than I was 1 month ago, than I was 10 days ago, or am I improving myself with different programs, different puzzles, different questions? And if that's so, then you should keep doing it. Don't just compare yourself with others and feel sad or feel really good about it. Feeling really good is also somewhere harmful to you, that you'll see someone, and if you're able to solve a particular thing and you feel like okay, I am the best and this is something that can also harm you to a level. So just compete with yourself in it. Check how much are you improving on yourself, because it is a journey which you are taking yourself. You are not doing this journey with someone else. Everyone has some slightly different background, so it's better to judge yourself on a particular experience than just check with others. Next thing is tons of stuff available online: Lead Code, HackerRank, CodeChef, Gigs for Gigs, etc. Go and check many websites. There are literally tons of websites right now which offer you competitive programming, which offer you how to code, which will teach you how to do it. Even I've seen multiple websites which even teaches you basic building blocks of programming by very interactive way. Feel whatever is comfortable to you, do it, try it out. That's the best thing. Take part in competitions and give your best. The last thing is once you are kind of familiar with things, or even if you're starting out and you know something, go and take part in competitions. In starting, it might not work out, but keep on doing it. It will start getting good after a certain point. I started doing competitive programming in my initial years. I used to go to competitions, and basically it was of no use in the start. And I used to feel okay, I'm not good at it, and I should improve. But the thing is, if you keep on taking part in competitions, after a while you'll become really good at it. I still remember in third year, I think just like I used to take part in competitions so much that I went and took part in Code Vita. It's a challenge by TCS, a worldwide competitive programming challenge. And that was the first time I realized myself that okay, oh, I have become somewhat good at it, or I have made a significant progress from what I was 1 year ago or 1.5 year ago. Because I cracked 2 or 3 rounds of that particular competition, and the rank was somewhere in top 1,000, something like that. And I felt really good that oh, I have made a significant leap. But that does not come overnight. That won't come when you take part in your next competition. You should keep doing it, keep doing it. Someday or the other, you feel that oh, you have made a significant leap in this particular thing. Next thing is the age-old question. I believe is CGPA important? This is something which people in first years maybe feel so. I would say first year, first semester. That is it important? Many say that the CGPA of first year won't be counted in your overall degree. As far as I know, or as far as the rules go, I believe they are counted. For me, it did count, and it is something you should maybe not die for, but it is something which you should keep your focus on, because uh, you're doing an undergraduate degree, you'll get a transcript in the end. It's only good if it shows a good thing. If till right now, if you're not having a good CGPA, don't feel like oh, there's no point of improving. You can't improve it anymore. It's not like that. You can improve it. I myself had, I would say, fairly bad CGPA till second year, but yeah, I felt like I can improve on it. I worked on it somewhat, or maybe let's say I started working on different things, and it started working out. And in the end, I was able to have 8.0, more than 8.0, and keep it in the safe range. That is what the important thing is. If you already have 9.0 and more than that, keep continuing. Don't lower it anymore, and you can keep it above. But what if you just around 7, or let's say in 6.5 range or somewhere like that? You can still bring it in the safe range, or what you can do is whatever happened. How much time you have left? Work on it, improve it. Even if it is going to improve, let's say if you're 6.5 and you start improving today, and in the end you reach 7.0, it's better than what you had, which is 6.5. Okay, 7.0 is not that significant, but it's better than what you had. If you're 6.0, improve 6.5. It's not okay. You can say that okay, this is not good or whatever, but it's better than 6.0. Start working on it. You can improve it all the time, even in your seventh semester. If you are right now in your seventh semester, let's say you have finished your 3.5 years and only one semester is left. Last semester I believe is of I don't remember, around 20 something some credits. Perform your best, give your best. It's gonna improve somewhat or the other, and that's the best you can do. And what does it? How does it help you? Many companies need, uh, while coming to campus, they make some like they need only 8.5 plus students. They need only 7.5 plus students. They need people with just one backlog or something. Every company will somewhere or the other put CGPA as a filter, and it somewhat impacts you, and it somewhat helps in eliminating people. It's that is helpful for the companies. So I'll one by one say what impact does all these 9.0, 8.0, 7.0, 6.0, 5.0 have. Opportunities, I believe, are for everyone. You can't say that if even if you are 6.0 or 5.5, you won't get any opportunity. You will have opportunities, but it's decreases as you start going low in that particular. If you have more than 8.0, I believe you'll get most of the opportunities. You might miss on something which is above 9, only 9 plus gets, but most of the opportunities you might get, and even 7.5, 7.0, more than that, you'll get good opportunities. But if you start going low in it, your opportunities might decrease, and it will decrease at some point. So it's only better if you improve it, and you start working on it right now. And improving CGPA basically means you start focusing on your curriculum, you start focusing on your subjects which your college is offering, and it's an important thing. You understand how to write your answers, how to structure them. uh, those all things might not seem important to you, but they are, and they will help you in improving your CGPA. Next is project and internships, and I believe is important for jobs as well as your master's degree. So project help you a lot in developing skills. I myself have started doing projects in SRM after third year, or let's just say after second year, and started from the third year, and I did many projects. I believe I did 5 or 6 projects, and they help you a lot in developing skills. You start developing a set of basically project is a big problem which it is mainly a project is mainly things which are impactful. It's not like your competitive programming question which is just you do it and just stays there. Project is something which has certain impact for someone. At least if you're doing project, let's just say if you're even doing your minor project which is offered, if you're doing your minor project, it's going to have an impact. It's going to have an impact on you, and as well as whatever you work on, that holds an impact, that holds a significance value. So it basically helps you develop a lot of skills. Inter- uh, Internships, I will talk about. Internships give a exposure, you gives you exposure to industry, helps you in build your connections, your self connections, and teach you a lot regarding what's going on in the industry, what tools they are using, how they are using it. And many students find it difficult, okay, how to find internships. uh, you basically have to apply to a lot. You don't have to feel like you might not get one. You will get one eventually, and you just have to apply. Keep on applying. You'll get some or the other internship. It's not that difficult, I believe. You polish your programming skills and bring it to a next level, and that's what happens in the project basically. Because in competitive programming, you are programming a chunk of a block of codes, and in project you are writing pages of codes. You are writing many files of codes which are interrelated to each other, and that way you will get a hold to your programming skills way more than what you're gonna get in just writing some functions. So doing projects and taking part in internships is, I believe, is very important. It teaches you a lot. It helps you in finding application areas of tools you have learned and are familiar with. Basically, you've learned C++ and you're just writing functions in competitive programming, or let's say problem solving, and you believe what is the use of it. Project and internship is something which will teach you what is the use and how to use it in software development or anything like that. How to find projects and how to do it. Yeah, so for finding project is basically not something which is okay. It's offered from people as well, but it is something which you pursue on your own. Uh, Even if you get from someone else, that the pursuer is gonna be you for the projects. So if you are basically contact the next teacher, you know that I want to do some project, he or she will definitely be having some topics for someone. Definitely you'll just get a chance. You'll just like, maybe he or she, the professor will ask you, go ahead and implement this and show me. And that way you're gonna, first you have to like, whatever task you have given, you have to complete that task and show it. And if it is successful, you will be counted in for the project. And then a project will last for, I believe, 6 months to 1 year. I'm talking about the small scale projects. Even those last for months, and for months you'll be working on them uh, with collaboration with your professor, and that will really help you, and that will really mold your skills. My stories with projects, yeah, so it's a very interesting thing. uh, I'll talk about in my life at SRM as well in the end, but I'll just talk about the projects basically. So I started doing computer programming and everything, and it was working out well. And I was part of club, basically IIT on campus in SRM, and through that I came to know a professor, Dr. E. Pumal, and she was having a project in her mind, or she got some project from somewhere, or she was something was there going on, and basically I came to know about it. She basically spoke about it. She was looking for people to do that project, and uh, she gave a small task to me that implement it. Go ahead and implement it, and show me what the result you get. It was basically uh, particular implementation. I was not limited on what programming language I'm using, what tool I'm using. That was on my own. I went ahead, went to my room and implemented it, whatever I was able to do, and I submitted it to her. And she liked it because not many people go ahead and do all these things. You should start from somewhere. You should focus and basically get some project, get some ideas, implement it, show ahead. What's the worst can happen? They'll reject it. They'll say, no, it's not good. It's fine. Go ahead and implement it again under someone else. Find something else. There are abundance of opportunities. The thing is, you should start keep trying, and something, some topic, some person, some particular thing, you will get hold of some things. And once I finished that, started that project, next thing I know is within 1 or 1.5 basically 1.5 2 years, I was able to finish 5 or 6 projects, and those were significant projects. Those projects are still going on. Those are basically services which are still going on in SRM, SCIF, SHBF, hall booking services, and all those came when started from that particular thing. And when I said that, okay, I'll do this, I'll try this task out. If I had not done that particular task, or if I didn't had the courage to go for it, or if I didn't had the courage to tell the professor that, okay, I'm interested in that particular thing, I would not get the opportunity for next 5 or 6 projects, or next 5 or 6 opportunities, whatever is lying out there. So you should start somewhere. You should go ahead and ask teachers. They're your teachers. They're not gonna. Um, they'll really help you out. Just go ahead, ask them. Ask someone around that what I can do. And if you're not getting what you're interested in, implement it yourself. Do some minor project on your own. Then go ahead and show it to the teacher that I have implemented this. What? How can we proceed on it? Because in our university, there's basically many areas and many things going around, and whatever you do might have impact somewhere or the other, and you might not know about it, and your teacher might be familiar with it. So just do it on your own. How to find internships? I have told to you already that keep applying it. You miss all the shots you don't take. That is a motive for applying to internships, basically, because in first second year many companies are like, okay, who to give one and what to give and something like that. But you apply to as much as you can. You definitely in the end find some company or the startup who is looking for interns, maybe just for teaching, maybe they want to get some work through you or something like that. You'll find something. Just keep on applying it. Next thing, hackathons and connections. Yeah. So hackathons and connection will move to this. And hackathons is basically last, I think, they are mostly of 24 hours or 36 hours or 48 hours. Not, yeah, somewhere around that. They are in that particular time. Basically, you have to solve a particular problem. Let's say the problem can be of anything. Uh, Basically, let's assume the problem is how to uh, fake news is out there. So how do we make some tool that can help to remove fake news? Yeah, that is a problem, and that you can find it in hackathons, definitely. And it will teach you. They won't give many hackathons won't have the limitation to how to implement or what to implement in what tools. You can use your own, and you can make your own solution to it. It can be application, it can be a website, it can be anything. So that freedom you will have. And in that, what you will do, what you will get to know is many solutions of it. There will be many participants in hackathon, and you will get to know the solutions which everyone is giving. That, okay, that person has given this solution, I have given this solution, that is this solution. And in the end, expert will come and he'll say things. He'll be critical of things that okay, there is something wrong with this solution, there's something good with that solution. That is really important, and from that particular explanation of with that experience of 24 hours or 48 hours, you'll learn a lot. And trust me, you'll get to know many people while taking part in hackathons. Right now, I think because of COVID situation, hackathons are going on online. I have taken part in one few online hackathons, and okay, it's not as it was offline, but still, that's the best you have got right now. Take part in them, solve problems on your own. Make basically sometimes you have to make teams. Many times, most of the times you have to make teams as well. Make teams, go for the hackathons, do it. Even in India, Smart India hackathon is offered. Go for it, apply it to it, keep performing it. And I think in our college there's a good history of people performing well in hackathons, so do pursue it. It helps you a lot. Next is specific development skills. Yeah, so in jobs, the last topic I would come to is specific development skills, and in that is basically there are some skills which you know already, apart from competitive program and other things. Let's just say two basic specific skills which undergraduates know are app development and web development. I believe there are two mainstream things. If someone knows more or something else, it's good, but these are the mainstream things which undergraduates do and know about web development and app development. And I would say it's good to know them. It really helps you. It helps you in doing projects. It will help you in the interview to talk to the HR, that explain them what you have done, what you already know, and to move ahead with it. And I would say just go ahead, and if you learn programming language, go ahead and start developing something. If you're not interested, fine, but let's just say you can give it a try. Web development or app development, one of those or both of them, it's fine. Soft skills in jobs, or let's just say in general, soft skills are important, and I think it's a course in our university as well. Again, it's them, as there are many courses which students find okay, what's the use of this or what is the use of that. It is something which you'll find the use of after it's over, not while it's going on. And if there's a, like, let's say C programming class going on, you know that okay, it's useful for you, you know, while taking that class. Soft skill is something you would get to know while after the class is over, or after the all the courses are over. And trust me, it's really important. Focus on it. uh, More important than you might think, lingual abilities are very important. Your command on a language, spoken or written English, spoken or written language, any language, and whatever you want to pursue your career in, any language is fine. And having spoken and written command over that language is very important. It helps you build confidence and essentially many connection. You can build connection through it by being confident, by talking to people and everything. Soft skill on top of technical abilities is like cherry on cake. You have already gained technical abilities, and then you are having soft skill on the top of it. And that is something which everyone looks for, because whoever is confident with written or spoken language, he or she can go ahead and communicate with people very easily. And with the communication comes the, you can show your technical skills to people and around you, and you can represent it really well, and that would really help. And what's the important soft skills? Strong vocabulary, puzzle solving skill, basic mathematics and reasoning. And all these things will help you in clearing exams as well. Even in gate, I think 15 marks are there for quantitative and qualitative aptitude. GRE is full of that. GMAT is also same. Things are asked like that. So, and CAT also, all these things are. So you should focus on this, and it is important. Work on your soft skills. It will make you a better person. Okay, this was for the job. I'll just refresh it or go back with it. What we had in jobs. Okay, these are the important points. Again, I'll just say it out. Computer programming, we have talked about computer programming. CGPA, we have talked about projects and internship, their importance, we have talked about it. Hackathons, connections what you have to make, your self-made connection through hackathons, through internships, having specific development skill, web development, app development, all of that, and your soft skills. If you manage to do something or the other in all these domains, I think after undergraduate you'll definitely move towards your whatever job you like and whatever is offered to you, and it will really help you out. So do work on all these skills. It's gonna help you out. Okay, we'll go with the masters. So a very important thing for master is your motivation to pursue it. I'm talking. I'm just gonna talk about the masters in our computer science department only, not the management, not MBA or something, because that's not something I'm pursuing. And even though I know a lot of people who are pursuing it, my friends and colleagues, but I would not talk about it because I have not went through the process myself. I've seen people doing it, but I'll keep it to computer science as I have went through that particular process as I went for the jobs. So I'm talking about that. So motivation for masters. I'll tell you why this is important. You have done your bachelor's, and without a thought, you're going and doing your masters. It is not useful if you are just going without a thought, because masters is a specific, bachelor is a general thing. It's a general degree. You learn about different fields. You are offered many subjects. It's a long duration course, 4 year course. Masters is not that. Master is a very specific thing. If you're doing a master's in, let's say, intelligence systems, it's AI, ML related. If you're doing in something else, it will be something software development. It will basically focus on software development. So if you don't have a motivation to it, you might go and do a wrong thing, and which might land you in a wrong place altogether. So if you're going to pursue your masters, be sure that why you want to do it. Your motivation can be anything. It might not make sense to others, your motivation, but it should be clear in your head that why are you going to go and pursue your masters. This is the first thing. Second thing is, where do you want to do it and why? Masters basically two options, India or abroad. You have to choose where you have to do it and the reasons as well. If you want to do it in India, what's the reason? There are many lucrative reasons that why do you want to do it in India, and the same is for outside, that why do you want to do outside. And you should reason it out if you want to do masters, and then go ahead with, I think in general people apply for both India as well as outside, and then they evaluate their options. Because if you want to do masters, it's fine wherever you do it, or maybe let's say uh, you just apply to everywhere, and then once you get it, you calculate your options, that okay, let's just pick up our options, that what we want to do, like that. Again, are you sure about you want to do it once you get a particular thing? Because once you start applying to it, there's a competition in masters, getting masters a particular degree or a particular course. So maybe you can get a course that which you were not interested in it, and then you have to assess yourself that are you sure you want to go ahead with this particular course. Maybe let's say you were interested in machine learning and you got a software engineering course in some good university. Are you sure you want to go ahead and pursue software engineering and not the machine learning course? You have to check that with yourself. If you're not able to do it right now, maybe apply again a year later. Or general masters offer in India, and I think India also started offering specific masters in AI or ML courses, and I think data science courses also offered in Guwahati or other IITs, and other SIM also offering masters. So you have to assess your options, see what subject you are getting, and move ahead according to what you get in the end. In the end, you will have 3 4 options. I had 3 4 options with me, and then I had to pick one of them. So how to pick one of them, and everything depends on your interest and what you want to do in it. Decide the field, area, topic, and be very clear on it. Master is something which is not general, at least abroad, I would say that. And be very clear on what you're going to pursue and which area you are going to pursue on it. If you are pursuing your masters in data science, you won't get anything on software engineering related. The subjects will be totally of data science. Don't go ahead with some particular masters in a particular field if you're not interested in it, or if you're interested in some other field. Go ahead with the only one which interests you, which excites you, and that will be the only use. Otherwise, it's of no use. Master's is basically a deep dive into things, and it is very interesting. Currently pursuing it, and I really love it right now because I'm getting hang of deep dive into subjects which I was interested in, the topics, the machine learning and everything. I'm getting to learn about the mathematical depth of it and everything. But if you're not interested in it, or if you're not motivated to know all that, it might not be a use for you. They'll just teach you some good mathematical skills, and if you're not interested, you will not feel motivation to learn it or motivation to know about it, and that really puts person in a wrong space altogether, and that essentially gives a bad experience. So be very clear in what you want to do and why you want to do. I'll start with masters in India and how to what to do for it. And this is something which I can speak because I also cleared gate while doing undergraduate in fourth year. So how to proceed, go ahead with it. So GET is the exam to apply for the masters in India, and I think it's common exam like JEE is. You have to write this exam, and they will be counseling, and you'll get all the colleges. All the colleges are registered through GATE only, I believe. Maybe some might be having other exams, but curriculum will be GATE related only. What is asked in GATE is your core subjects of your undergraduate degree. Your concept should be really clear to answer GATE, because the questions will be conceptual questions like they're in JEE mains and everything. Uh, to answer those conceptual questions, you should really know your core subjects really well. The core subjects which are asked in GATE, basically TOC, algorithms, data structure, computer networks, operating systems, compiler design, computer organization, all those subjects you should know. You should be conceptually strong in all those subjects, and you can be conceptually strong if you keep studying it with your undergraduate degree. uh, I cleared my GIT because basically studying in my undergraduate degree, the concepts were good. I practiced again on it, and I solved a bit of problem, and I went ahead with the exams, and I was able to clear it. You can do it. Just focus on when you're studying them in your course or when the professor is teaching you, and that would really help you a lot. Practice problem solving as much as you can, depending on undergraduate performance. Test series is advice. Yeah. So basically, in the end, GATE is a exam in which you have to solve problems. You have to basically take the correct answer, like JEE or entrance exam, which everyone is aware of, and everyone has already given if you are studying right now in undergraduate degree. So for that, what is really important is practice problem solving as much as you can. Uh, Pick out old questions which have come in GATE, depending on your undergraduate performance. If you are really good with your performance, and if you have really performed well in your undergraduate degree, and if you are able to solve past questions, it's really well and good. But I would really advise to go with the test series, and test series I think are available online for GATE, and I have also taken few of them, and a lot of material is also available online on YouTube, Gate Overflow, Gigs for Gigs. These 3 4 sites are something which I would advise to, because there are few topics which you are studying after 1 or 2 years, and you might not understand, okay, what was this, how to understand this. Go ahead and look for it on the internet on different websites, and you'll find explanations. There are good explanation available. Go through them, it would help you a lot. It needs time and dedication for preparing. Yeah. Basically, I think the total number of subjects come in GATE exam, I think, are nearly 9 or 10, I believe, somewhere around that. And it would require your time and dedication for preparing all those subjects and write it in one go in an exam. And that exam is also not, you have to not write, you have to basically tick the correct or solve numerical problems. And that really needs time, dedication, and problem solving skills. And you need to do it really good to, in the end, if you want to clear the exams. Coaching for GATE, should you take or not? It is a very everyone has this question if they want to go for GATE, and I didn't take coaching explicitly, and I just if I didn't get a hang of a topic, I went to YouTube, I looked for it, I found some videos, I watched it. I went to few websites for particular topics I was not good at. And then I looked at their what they are offering, what those websites have in offer, and through that, if you are able to grasp your concepts, if you are able to solve problems, well and good. If not, maybe take a coaching. It would help. So that depends on what's your performance, how much you know, and how much you are able to solve the problems. So the last thing about GATE is you can fail in this exam and next retake will be after a year. So better have an backup plan for it. Either do all the things which were there in the job section, secure a job, give GATE. If you are able to clear it, well and good, go for your masters. If not, you should have a backup plan. And if there is a job, you can take the job, study it again, give it again. And because GATE is something which many people give because of PSUs and many other lucrative things, and very less people get selected in the end. So, in that regard, you should really know that you can fail in the exam regardless of your preparation or not. Uh, you might prepare very well, you might give it a lot of time, and even though you can get a low rank or let's say fail in the exam, and that can happen, and I think it's fine. You should not be sad about it, that much sad about it, but you should have a backup plan always in your hand that if not this, what should I do? I had three backup plans basically. I wanted to do abroad study masters abroad for basically in machine learning and in this topic, and specifically I wanted to do it in Germany. I applied for that. I gave gate, and I prepared for the jobs as well. So if you have that much backup plan in your hand, it would really help you a lot. But in the end, choose one. Don't make anyone hold on something. Don't give company your word that I'm gonna take job, and once you get the job, say no to them because you have your masters. Don't do all that, but keep your options alive. Masters from abroad and how to proceed with it. Basically, you have to give GRE. GRE is important, I believe, for Canada and US. It's not as much for Germany as I have seen. I have not given GRE. Germany also considers gate marks. So I applied with my gate marks, and it was I mentioned it, and it is in many universities it is counted. And but if you give GRE, I think it will be counted in European schools as well as in US and Canada schools. There's Australia as well, which take IELTS, and yeah, basically you can check all the exams. The three main thing is letter of motivation, your statement of purpose. Basically, if you're going to pursue masters, I said that you should be really knowing that what's your motivation behind it. Just write it out. Be frank about it. Don't say things which you don't mean and just sound good on paper, because if you're going to pursue something, that is something that they're really expecting the universities, and if you give them a wrong impression, you might get the admission, but then your life won't be easier. If you give them the wrong impression, be honest, give them what you really want. If they like it, fine. If they don't, you apply to many universities, some one or the other, you will be fine with something. Letter of recommendations, if you do projects, research papers and everything under some professor, or let's say in industry, you will get letter of recommendations. That's why I really suggested doing projects, research and everything. We'll talk about research now. And last thing is profile building. As in India, your admission directly depends on your marks in your gate, and sometimes there are interviews after that, but that really depends on those performances. Your bachelor's performance and your profile don't matter that much. They might ask in the interview, but it won't matter that much. What matters is your marks obtaining gate. But masters outside your profile, dep- on it depends a lot on your profile. So you have to be really sure that. You are how to build your profile and how to proceed with it. So we'll talk about profile now. So what are the things which you can mention in your profile, and what are the things which should be there in your profile? There can be more things as well, but I think I have all this, so I mentioned one by one like this. One is projects. Projects are important in both. For even if you want to pursue masters, you need to have some sets of projects with you, and even if you want to pursue your job, go with the jobs, you should have the projects. So projects is something which is really important. I suggest you start from today doing some minor projects, do something, talk to some professor or something like that. Start with the projects. It's important in your masters as well. Mention your projects in your profile. If you have two, three, five, something like, even if you have two, three projects, I think it's fine. Go ahead with the projects. Competitions. Foreign universities do look for your performance in many competitions, your hackathons. They might not be many famous hackathons, but even if you have some certificates from some hackathons, or if you have given some talks, or if you have given some seminars, if you have cleared some competition, then those certificates and those things in your profile matter, and it will help you, if it will help them in filtering out students. And so go ahead with the hackathons, participate in as much as you can, because hackathons and projects are something which will help you in jobs as well. So there are many common things. So basically you thing is, you are doing your undergraduate degree, you should be good at it, and you should do things related to it. And if you do it, it will help you in both in your job as well as while applying for your masters. Third thing is research work. And research work is important in masters. It's very important, I think. I applied with 5 research papers, and you should at least get few research paper out of it. I think one or two you'll get definitely from your bachelor thesis, and apart from that, you should do one more at least. That is doable, and that you should do under some professor. Many professors have work on in our college, work on different research topics. They are continuously working on some or the other project or some or the other research work. Go ahead and ask them that is there some topic which I can basically write a paper about, do research on, and they'll give you a topic. Go ahead, implement it. Basically in research work you'll learn a lot. You'll refer to many different papers of other researchers as well, and that will help you in writing research on your own. And research in this start can be as easy as just uh, predicting something through linear regression, or as complex as doing something with LSTMs. But the thing is, in the research field, there exists place for both, and you will find a journal or conference somewhere or the other where you can go ahead with your research and publish it. And it is important because somewhere you have to start. It's not like for everyone their first paper is something which is very significant, or which is has a very impact factor, or a large impact factor. It's not like that. Everyone starts slow, everyone starts from the small things. And you should not think like, okay, this is very small research, it's not good, it won't look good on the paper or something. Don't worry about all that. Just go ahead, ask some professor about a topic, get some topic, or if you have a topic, go ahead with it. Refer some research papers, read some research papers, conclude them, show your own approach if you have one, implement it, show your results, compare your results, do things like that. And basically I think if you go ahead and do it under some professor, he or she also will guide you about how to do it, how to present it, and how to write in everything, and how big it should be, how lengthy it should be. It will take time. Research paper is not something which you can do in one day. It will take a lot of time. You have to do it with in parallel with your studies. All of those you have to do it in parallel with your studies, and that's going to help you. And it is something which I believe everyone at least interested in masters should proceed with the research, because that is something which is being done in the end in your masters. So if you're not interested in research, then doing your masters, you might be really sure about the field and if the research is counted or not. Next thing is part of clubs and NGOs. I would say clubs for me because I was part of two clubs basically. One, I was part of IET on campus for whole 4 years, and I formed one more, which is basically a technical thing, CDATS, Center for Data Driven Technologies and Systems. And being part of different clubs teaches you organizational skills, teamwork, and basically things which you do it in group. You get some task in group, and then you have to proceed with it. It can be technical or non-technical, but it teaches you organizational skills, and it is something which looks good in your profile. Next is letter of motivation, statement of purpose. Again, we have talked about it. Letter of recommendations. If you do research work projects under some professor, you're doing it, you will get a letter of recommendation. Don't just do things to build your profile, since these things are essential for your masters. So if you go ahead and do, like, let's say you're doing things just to mention it in your profile. Let's say you just go ahead, and if you're not interested in hackathons, you go ahead and take part in hackathons, and you're like, okay, this will help in building my profile. Sure, it will do, but if you're not interested, don't do it. Otherwise, the thing is, when whatever the university is asking, the foreign universities, or let's say even in India, whatever they are asking, they are asking because it is very essential in masters, in your masters. Otherwise they won't ask it. And if you fake those all those things, what happens is you're basically lying them out that okay, I'm really good at it, but maybe you're not interested in it. You just did because you wanted admission. And doing it without a cause will only put yourself in trouble. You might get admission, your profile might look good, but if you're not interested in it, and if you're just doing it to build your profile and to just get it without a cause, it's gonna be, you're gonna end up in a wrong scenario after a while. So if you're doing something, do with your heart and do with your motivation in mind, and s- have a cause around it. Yeah, so these are some personal things which I learned in while being part of SRM. And yeah, I believe all these things I learned in SRM only because it was a long journey of 4 years, and it teaches you a lot. And these are some personal things which I would say out. It's never too late. Start today. This is important because there are ups and downs in everyone's life someday or the other, and you might feel like okay, I'm now too far off someone. I'm just very far back, and people have already passed me, or people are already doing some things and I have not done things, and it's too late for me. It's never too late, trust me. I started very very late, as late as anyone can start, but still I was able to do things which I wanted to do. So it's never too late. Start whenever you want, just start it. Start today. Even if you're in your thesis in final semester and if you're not done significant things, start today. Whatever left will be good, yeah. It's not something that you want to make your whole degree really good. Whatever has passed has passed. Start today. Whatever has left will be good. Things won't change automatically unless you don't make an efforts. So everyone wants that good things happens to them, but they don't want to work for it. So you have to start making efforts. The initial efforts are not visible to anyone, they are just inside you, and you feel like okay, these are all going in vain and it's not useful. But you should, for bringing a change, you should start doing, make some effort, go ahead and do some projects, do some internships, some research work, start talking to people, talk to seniors, alumni. You can find them on LinkedIn or anything. Basically, if you want to do it, if you want to make efforts, there are many ways to do it. So don't shy away from making any efforts. If you want to change things around you, you have to make efforts. There is no overnight success and no magical elixir. Yeah, so this is also important because people in the start think that okay, I have worked this much and why am I not getting any rewards for it. Rewards don't come so fast. Maybe for some people they do, but for some they don't. So what is important is you keep on doing the things which are important. You keep on doing what interests you, and you keep on doing those things in a right way. If you do all that, one day or the other, things will definitely start changing, and it will be for your own good. Luck has short life, hard work, dedication, and hunger last long. Yeah, that is also important. But if you get opportunity, just grab it. Don't leave it. If you get what you want to do, just grab it in the college, because the thing is, it's time for you to experiment. You can't be sitting behind and think like okay, I'll let things happen on their own. No, it's not like that. If you see anything, if you want to do anything, go ahead, do it, grab the opportunities. Otherwise, if you're just letting things on your luck or let them automatically, it is a very short life. And where otherwise, if you have done hard work, if you're dedicated, if you have hunger for something, it will last a long. All these are my personal experiences again. Never let success and failures take your headspace. Yeah, if you fail a lot in lot of things, let's say if you're doing computer programming from 6 months and you feel like it's not landing me anywhere, don't let it take your headspace. Go, take a break, do something else for some time, again start it. you have to do, if you want to do something, you have to do it in many times. You have to keep on doing it to become good at it. Many things are there which don't come directly, which don't come in one go. Uh, there are many things which you have to do numerous time to be good at them. Keep yourself happy always. Yeah, this is also very important, because if you're not happy, in the end you won't be able to do things right. In the end it's not worthwhile, I think. So you just have to make yourself happy. Do things which you like, do things which gives you fun, which gives you dopamine, which keeps you happy. Keep on doing them. It can be also be a side thing apart from your studies. It can be basically any artistic thing inside you. Whatever gives you happiness, you should do it. You should pursue it as your hobby, or if it is technical, well and good, but you should keep yourself happy. And I think once you start achieving what you want, and once you start clearing your tasks, automatically you'll be feeling fine. And I think that really helps a lot. Be wise, help others, talk to people. Don't feel like be a something which wants to degrade someone, or which wants to take success from others. Don't be jealous of something else. Be wise on your own. Your journey is your journey. Help others as well. Whatever you have known, talk to your juniors as well, because everyone is in your, you feel like you are the one, only one in your position. It's not like that. I believe there are many people who will face what you are facing, or who have already faced what you are facing. So either talk to others, or talk to others for motivation, or to know something, or if you've already done something, help others. It's good. Keep yourself healthy, eat good. This is also important. uh, as people say, a healthy body enriches a healthy mind. So if you keep yourself healthy, eat food, eat good food, it will help. And that is something you have to build everything on your own. Try to understand everyone's perspective, what everyone is doing, why it is doing. Don't go around and be like this is that and that is that, and take let other things take your headspace. It's not worthwhile. Be true to yourself. Everything is going to be okay in the end, and if it is not okay, it's not the end. And this last quote is something which I keep to myself always, and I'm keeping it from a long time, because you feel like after doing things, and after giving your whole thing in the end, and you feel like it didn't work out. Okay, it's fine, it didn't work out. And yeah, I'm just saying it's fine, otherwise, yeah, it's a hard thing to face the failures, but I believe you should always and always don't let it take your headspace. If you have faced a failure, it's fine. Just relax a bit, do something else for 1 2 days, make yourself fine again, and keep trying again. If you keep trying your interests out again and again, again and again, someday or the other, things will start becoming good. Yeah. So my SRM life. Yeah, it is the last thing I wanted to show and share about. It's a yeah, personal thing and my experience about SRM. So when I came to SRM after my 12th, so I was uh, as I've shown everything, I was not that much. I was not an extrovert. I didn't wanted to say all these things. I was not interested in many things. I didn't had the grasp of things, thoughts. I didn't understand other people. It was a very weird kind of scenario. I think many people do face it. And uh, basically in that particular mind space, when you are just getting hold of new things, seeing many new things around. Many people might come from small cities and come to college and be like, oh, there are so many people from different backgrounds, and it might give you many new experiences. So starting might, for me, it was very weird in the start. I was feeling very out of space. I used to feel like, oh, this is where have I come, or all of that, and it was out of space for me. But what was important is, even though with all the things, I kept working, and in the end you'll find really good people around you. It will make your things worth it. And if you think right now, many people might be seeing and thinking that it's gone too late, or It's you can't do things anymore. It's not like that. I'll tell you about myself. I tried and still I was not able to do anything till my second year. I was not having a good CGPA. I didn't had any projects. I just had one internship, which was I just went to place nearby my home in my hometown for just experience, and that was also not good. So I was not getting hold of anything at all in the starting. But the important thing was I was trying again and again. And what happened after second year is things started turning around. And the work which I put in for the initial years, or the work which I was putting in the third, fourth year as well, in the end, it started paying out. And you have to focus on your work and not focus on the results. Results will come someday or the other, and your work is the best you can do. If you start keep focusing on the result, you'll lose yourself somewhere in the between. Just focus on what is important. Just focus on your work, what you want to do, how to do, what is important. Be wise, be honest to yourself, try out things, get to know many people, talk to people, do things, and in the end it will turn around for you. I'm sure about it. Just keep working, keep doing the right things. Yeah, so thank you so much for this talk. I thank the teachers who gave me the opportunity to deliver this talk. So keep learning new things every day. You'll eventually be the best version of yourself, and we all strive for that. And I'm still doing what I believe is the right thing, what I believe is the right thing for myself, and what I believe is can make the best version of myself. And you learn things every day. Just keep making yourself better. It's amazing. Yeah. Huh.
Thank you, Mayank, for your wonderful and very informative talk. I think our students will be benefited out of this. Okay, some two, three questions in the query side. Are you able to see that?
Not really, ma'am. Where?
You can see in the comments. You click the comments
Where?
in the StreamYard itself. Just check at the right side.
Oh yeah, I got the yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So okay, we can yeah. So Shantanu has asked, are project more relevant than competitive coding? Shantanu, yeah, it's a nice question. I would really say that I won't basically rank out project and competitive coding, because those are two different things. If a company is looking just for competitive coding, then they look for just competitive coding. They'll make you solve tasks. And if a company is just looking for projects, then they'll just look at the projects. They'll just basically focus on your projects, and they'll check your skill sets and what you have done or how you implemented things. And what I feel important is, if you're able to do projects, you can be good at competitive coding. That is there is a correlation I believe in between them. And if you are good with competitive coding, you can go ahead with the projects, you can move ahead with them. That is doable. And I think both of the things are important in their particular relevance. Both have a relevance, and you should try pursuing both of them. And it's not that tough. Programming is some competitive coding and programming is something which you can pursue on your own, online and other things. And whereas project is something which you need to start talking to people and start talking to your professors, your teachers. And that is something which you will get hold. And it will take time, 1 month or 6 months, or projects are long. If you do it, you will learn a lot yourself. So try pursuing both of them. Prakhar, yeah, thank you, Prakhar. Yes, Rathi has asked, which is more important for getting place in big companies, having more internships or having a mixture of internships and research paper? Yes, I would like to answer research papers. If a company is asking for a research paper, they are focusing on a very particular task, basically research oriented jobs. And if you're focusing on them, then yeah, if you're applying to a research based job, then definitely research papers are really important. And if you are applying for common jobs like product based job or service based jobs. Basically, let's say if you're applying for a product based job, I don't think they will ask for research paper in the jobs. If you have, it's nice of you to have, and everyone should experience one or two if you're pursuing your undergraduate degree. But what is important for product based jobs as well as normal jobs is you keep hold of projects, internships, competitive coding, your soft skill, and everything. Research papers are something which is very meant for very specific tasks like masters. Like even in jobs, there are many research based jobs in that it is important. So you don't need to just focus on research papers. If you're doing with internships and projects and competitive programming, it's good for you, but you don't need to take time from those other things and give to research papers if you just want a product based job or service based job. Meghna is asking, if you have a moderate GRE score, does work experience add some benefit in getting good tier 1 colleges? So moderate GRE scores, basically, I think for everyone it has a different definition. But I would say if you have like basically 300, more than 310, yeah, you can get some tier 1 colleges with some work experience, definitely. If you have 315 or above, definitely it will help you. But in moderate, if you are saying you just have 300 and some work experience, uh, you can still get good colleges based on your letter of motivation and other research papers and other things which you see a lot around you. So yeah, it depends totally on how, like what's your moderate GRE score. Thank you, Himanshu. Ayush, thank you. And yeah, ma'am, that's it.
Thank you very much, Mayank, for patiently answering the questions and giving such a wide touching of all the areas whichever students need. Right? Special thanks to you. I hope we join in some other session again. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.